Hello, Pisces, and welcome to this. It's actually the 11th day of Yule. I've bumped everything up by one day so that I can get in everybody's reading before the end of 2022. So welcome, happy Yule. And this is going to be your 2023 predictions video. In this video today, I'm going to be presenting you with 3 separate readings. The first reading will be a general reading, looking at the energies affecting you in 2023. The second reading is going to be love, relationships, having a quick peek at that. I will talk about the singles as well as those of you who are in committed relationships. Sorry, my eye has been watering all morning and it doesn't want to stop. And the third reading is going to be money, work, job, career, that type of thing. Let me first say that this is a general reading for all of you Pisces, and there are a lot of you out there, which means that some of what I'm going to be predicting for you will resonate with some of you, and some of it will not. If it does not resonate with you, it means that it was intended for a different Pisces. That's all. If you are interested in receiving a personal reading from me right now at this time of the year, I do a special. It's a 13-card reading. I pull one card, and you'll see a little bit later as I'm doing this that sometimes it's more than one card for each month out of the year, as well as an anchor card. This is a live reading with me. This is not a pre-recorded video that I then email out to you. I do this live with you so that you are able to ask questions if any questions come up during the 13-card session. Again, I'll put a link in the description, and I only offer this special once a year. It will be expiring in early January. So if you're interested in having your own personal prediction reading for 2023, by all means, click on the link below. What else? Other announcements. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a lawyer. I am not a certified financial advisor. So anything that you see in this video, which may be construed as advice in any of those categories, or anything else that might be construed as advice, please take it with a grain of salt, or many grains of salt if you so choose. You have free will. Please make your own choices. Psychic predictions are made in the here and now based on where you are right now and the current path or journey that you are on. As you make decisions and choices each day, you can change the trajectory of your life as well. That will then, in turn, change the trajectory of any reading and the outcome of any reading. Okay? All right, let's get started, Pisces. General reading. I work with 4 separate decks today. I have many decks, but I have selected 4 separate decks that I've been using for all of the zodiac year-end readings for all of the 2023 predictions. So I will be closing my eyes, tapping into the decks, and seeing where I'm drawn to pull the cards based on where they're going to land in the spread I'm going to be using. I will be using a 6-card spread for each of the 3 readings. Let's get started. Pisces, general, where are you now? Where are the Pisces in the group right now? Pisces, where are you now? Yep, there we go. Venus. Okay, for those of you who haven't seen me work before, I do have a ridge in one finger, and cards have a tendency to get caught on that ridge. I've learned over the years to trust that and to pull the card out if it gets caught on that ridge. So if you do see me and it looks like I'm pulling cards from the middle of the deck, it's because they've been caught on what I call my psychic ridge. Okay, Moving on, Pisces, let's pull a card for your focus. Where is your focus going in 2023? General reading, Pisces. And again, you can see how this card is turned sideways and it's poking that finger. That's what I was talking about. All right, let's look at your difficult influences, Pisces. Now, difficult influence cards are heads up cards. They're cards of, be mindful of this in the coming year. It's something that might be bubbling below the surface, might be something that's a little hidden from you. It's probably something that's going to push your buttons a little bit in 2023. So let's look at your difficult influences. Okay, we're going back over here for difficult influences. And we're getting poked in the finger again. But which card is it? There are several here. There it is. Yep. Okay, difficult influences. Do we need a clarifying card? I'm going to pull one card to help to clarify that one. Now, I do leave all of the cards face down. I do not look at the cards until I'm actually ready to read the cards for you. I find that this is a more effective way of doing it because it causes less confusion for you if I'm not jumping around. This makes sense. What makes sense for Pisces in 2023? Next card's going to be unexpected insights. Unexpected insights. Oh, well, we've got two. To put those there. And for the general reading, the overall outcome. What are we looking at for overall outcome? General overall outcome. Okay, it is that. Okay, you can see there's a couple of cards here tinted up. We'll take those. All right, where are you now, Pisces? Ooh, this is interesting. So every single day on my Facebook page for Intuitive Butterfly, I post a card of the day. I have owned this deck since it came out. I've used it almost daily since it came out. Not once in many years has this card ever come out in an actual reading. And this morning, this card came out as the card of the day for the last day of 2022, reminding all of us to be peacekeepers, to let go of the need to be right. And now, for the second time today, this card has come out for you, specifically Pisces. Like I said, in many years, this card has never come out. So this is a really, really strong message for you, Pisces. Let go of the need to be right. This is where you are at right now. This is the message that you're being given right now. This is reinforcing that whole philosophy of united we stand, divided we fall. Pink Floyd said it. Winston Churchill said it. If you go back prior to Winston Churchill in history, there's at least two, maybe even three other famous figures who have said that. And what they are reminding us of is that regardless of some of the decisions that some of us make, we, the people, are strong, and we are stronger as a group than we are if we're constantly niggling at each other and insisting, I'm right, you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay, so that's the dominant energy of where you are right now. That's your message for right now, is as we leave 2022 and go into 2023, you're being reminded to be the peacekeeper. I also want to say that when this card comes up, it's not just about you being the peacekeeper. This is also a card of holding space for people. This is a card of, if you have friends or family who are, going through a rough time, hold space for them. That is another message in that card. Let's move into your focus for 2023. You got the waterfall, which is the card of persistence. What this card is telling me is that in 2023, for the Pisces in the group, there is going to be the need for you to kind of push ahead, force your way ahead. There are a number of different cards, particularly in this deck, that involve water and rivers and so on. And when we get the river card, it's all about going with the flow and allowing things to roll out the way that they were intended to roll out. The waterfall card, on the other hand, is about persistence, which means that there's a little bit more of this necessity to kind of push ahead. So in 2023, I'm getting the sense that there is going to be this need for you, Pisces, to persist and persevere. If things are not going exactly as you planned, persist. Okay. Now, that's not to say, I'm going to get to love and relationships in your second reading in this video, and there will be timestamps down below. But, persistence is not about staying in a relationship that you know is over and wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you have a job that you really do like, but one day your boss comes in and changes the procedure on how you're supposed to do something, and you're like, oh my God, I can't anymore. This is telling you to persist. Okay. Obviously, if your heart and your gut is saying, that's the final straw that's going to break the camel's back, I'm done, then you're going to walk away. But this is saying, maybe give it one more day. Maybe there is a different way of doing things, right? And that goes back to this card, that maybe there are different ways of doing things, right? It's about acceptance and persistence. Let's have a look at your difficult influences. Okay. Pisces. Difficult influences. The drum, dream, and journey. So in the difficult influences, we actually read this card as if it means the opposite. So what this is telling me is that you're dreaming, you're journeying, you're when we want to manifest something, we have to think it first, right? Everything that has ever been created was thought first. We dream things and we journey in our dreams, and that is how we create. And what this card is telling me, Pisces, is that you're going to bump up against that this year. Okay. That you may struggle with the dreaming and journey. Now, that's not to say that you can't. What it is saying is that you may bump into that a little bit harder than you used to, which means that you just have to put more persistence and effort into what you want to accomplish. The second card that came up, I was called to draw a second card in the difficult influences, is unfortunately the abundance card. Now, again, this means that you're going to be bumping up against this. It doesn't mean that you're going to all of a sudden lose all your money and oh my God, the end of the world. That's not what this is saying. What this is saying is that it will be slightly more difficult for you to accumulate additional abundance in 2023 than what it has been in the past. Same with this. It will be slightly more difficult for you to dream and journey in 2023. All that means, like I said, as soon as I turn this card over, this is a card of needing to work harder. These are what you need to work harder on in 2023. This makes sense. Distant thunder, clear the air. The reason that this card makes sense is if we look at where you're at now, clear the air, right? Even if you have a difference of opinion with someone, needing to be right and proving that you are right is only going to create distant thunder. It's going to create ripples in the universe, so to speak. Okay. The distant thunder also refers to these two cards. Okay. It makes sense that you're being told to clear the air because you're being asked to work a little bit harder in 2023, Pisces. Work a little bit harder, clear the air. This card is also speaking to, if you've got a disagreement, an axe to grind with someone else, this is asking you to clear that away. Make amends where necessary. Because if you don't, what happens with distant thunder? It draws nearer and nearer and a storm descends upon you, right? So what this card is saying is that clear the air, work that little bit harder in 2023, Pisces, and things will be okay. The storm will go in a different direction. But if you don't clear the air, the storm's coming. Unexpected insights. We have cards of opposites here. We have both the playfulness as well as the stress card. If you'll notice on the stress card, you've got the juggler. He's got all this stuff up in the air. He's trying to play the trumpet. He's trying to balance on a balloon. And we have a little monkey trying to pop the balloon. Okay. What this is telling me for you, Pisces, is that you got too many balls up in the air. You're trying to juggle too much in 2023. And so you're going to have to drop a couple things, simplify life. If you clear the air, it can actually simplify your life. A lot of people don't realize that simplifying your life isn't just about doing a major house cleanup and cleaning out the closets. Okay. It's also about, there's a giant wasp just at my window. I wonder if that's got any meaning for your reading here. It's also when you decide to de-stress, declutter, and so on, it's about clearing the air as well. It's about decluttering the emotional baggage that you have. Because if you're carrying around a bunch of emotional baggage, and that's kind of what the sense that I'm getting as I'm going through this reading for you, Pisces, you're carrying around a lot of stuff right now. The second card in your unexpected insights is playfulness. So what this means next to the stress card is that if you bring some playfulness into your life, some joking around, having good times, doing things a little bit differently, and so on, it's going to help to alleviate the stress. And honestly, it's also going to help to bring more of this into your life, because this isn't just about financial success. This is about friends, family, love, a roof over your head, food on the table, a warm bed to sleep in. All of those things are all forms of abundance. And if you have more playfulness in your life, then you are also going to manifest more abundance. If you have more playfulness in your life, you are also going to have the capacity to dream and journey and manifest even more. If you clear the air, you can't help but be more playful in your life. Okay. So really don't worry about this card too much. If you're clearing the air, decluttering, getting rid of stuff, making some amends, you're going to bring the playfulness into your life. And if you have this, you have positivity. General overall outcome for 2023 for the Pisces. This is actually really interesting. Pisces, you've got the abundance card in your general overall outcome, but you also have the abundance card in your difficult influences. What is this telling me? This is telling me that you definitely have the capacity to manifest additional abundance this year. But we have to go back to the second card in your reading, which is your focus for 2023, and that is persistence. It means that in order to achieve and accomplish this additional abundance, you need to work harder. And that's exactly what I said with this card. This card is not about losing everything. It's about needing to work harder. And it is possible. Your general overall outcome is indicating that you can have the abundance that you want. The other thing that's really interesting is that you've got the dream and journey card, which is about imagination. And that was in your difficult influences. And here in your overall outcome, you've got the imagination card. The imagination card is all about dreaming and journeying. What are the chances of you getting a dreaming and journey card and an abundance card in difficult influences and having two cards with the identical meanings in your general overall outcome? The chances are very slim, unless, of course, the meaning runs really deep. So for Pisces this year, all these cards are saying is you need to work harder. You need persistence. And this is your general overall outcome. All right. Going to tuck these cards back in. I love that everything in this reading turned around at the last minute and came out on the really positive side for you, Pisces. Beautiful. Just beautiful. All right, we're tucking all of these cards back into their respective decks. And that one. Where do you want to go? There. Okay. Okay. Excuse me for sniffling at you. I have had a cold over the Christmas season. It's been miserable. Still have a few sniffles in there. Okay. Let's move on, Pisces, to your love and relationships. Where are you now? Okay, getting called over here. Where is that one? Do we need another card? We'll pull a clarifying card. Pisces, where are you now? Oh, gee. Pisces, you might have a complicated love life here because I've got 3 cards for the you now. And let's move into your focus. Your focus for 2023. Getting called to the same deck again. Interesting. Guess these cards just happen to speak more loudly to your souls. Love and relationship focus for that is definitely one of the cards. Let's see. Is there another card for the focus? Do we need another card? Pisces. I'm getting a no. Okay. Difficult influences. Where are we going for your difficult influences for 2023 love and relationships? Definitely over here. I can see. Moving into this makes sense. Where are we going for this makes sense? Over here. What makes sense for the Pisces in love and relationship in 2023? There we go. We got that sideways card again. Unexpected insights. Unexpected insights from, that's interesting. That, oh, gee. Unexpected insights. And we've got 4 cards. Are all 4 cards coming out? Are we reading all 4 cards for love and relationships for Pisces in 2023? Yep. Okay. General overall outcome for the Pisces. I can see this card. I might be pulling a second card to go with this one. Love and relationships for Pisces. Come on. Okay. I've got 2 cards that went flying. All right. Where are you now? Oh. Okay. What's going on here? I'm getting inverted cards, and I don't necessarily read inverted cards, but it's just interesting that they are coming out that way. Okay. Pisces, for the you now, right now, you've got the Jasmine, which is the sensuality card, which is a nice card to have in love and relationships. It does mean that you are in touch with your emotions. You know, you're confident in your emotions. A lot of people say that the jasmine flower has a scent that invokes love type feelings and emotions. But I was also called to pull 2 clarifying cards for you in love and relationships. We got the friendliness card, which isn't surprising, but we also got the Thunderbolt card. In the traditional tarot, this card is the equivalent of the 2 of Cups. This card is the equivalent of the Tower. What these 3 cards together are telling me is where you are at right now, Pisces, is you are feeling sensual, whether you're in a relationship or whether you are single. You are feeling sensual, you are feeling confident and like you're in a good place. And yet there is this sort of friend type feeling. And there's definitely change on the horizon. Big change. Whether you're in a relationship or not, there is big changes coming to you, Pisces. Let's start with this card. Kind of speaks for itself. It doesn't matter whether you are in a relationship or whether you're single. You are feeling very sensual right now. There's not a lot more I can say about that card. These 2 cards, on the other hand, require a little bit more digging. The friendliness card. If you are in a current committed relationship, this card is indicating that you are with your best friend. They are your friend. And there's this sense of friendliness. There's less of that love and more of a friend type vibe in your relationship. You, Pisces, want more. You want change. You want the thunderbolts and lightning bolts in your relationship. If you push that, like I said, this is the equivalent to the Tower card. That means change. big change. Okay. That's if you push this desire to get out of the sort of sense that your relationship is more friends than anything else. You want more of that. Okay. For those of you who are single, I'm sensing that for some of you, you've done the dating thing and you're like, I'm so done with this. Guess what? As soon as you say you're so done with this, there's going to be a lightning bolt moment, and you're probably going to manifest somebody really exciting into your life. For those of you who haven't got to the point of, I'm not doing this dating thing anymore, you've been doing things a certain way. I want to even say that for some of you, there's somebody in your life who's more of a friend, but you'd like to push it into more romantic, lightning bolt style energy. You want to get out of the friend zone. You want to move into this. Like I said, you can do that, but this card for both in relationship as well as the singles, this card is indicating drastic change to your relationship, especially if you want to move out of the friend zone and into more sensuality. You're going to be manifesting change, drastic change. In 2023, Pisces, your focus for love and relationships is the eagle and vision. The eagle has the best vision out of any creature that we are aware of on this planet. Okay. So this card is asking you to pay attention to what you are seeing in and around you. That means not just paying attention to what people are saying, pay attention to what you are seeing. Pay attention to the subtle movements that people make. Pay attention to the tone of voice that people are using. Pay attention to people's body language. It's really, really important right now, Pisces, for you to do that. They say that only 20% of communication is this, lip service. The other 80% of communication is nonverbal. That's going to be really, really important for you in 2023 with regards to love and relationships, Pisces. Both for those of you who are single as well as those of you who are in committed relationships, you're really, really going to have to pay attention. So if you're going out on a date and your date is saying, oh yeah, I really like you. Yep, you're definitely my type. And they're sitting there with their arms crossed like this. Do you think they're really into you? They're giving you lip service. See what I'm saying? It's the same thing with those of you who are in committed relationships. And yes, I'm taking the negative vibe on this. I'm taking the negative viewpoint on this because you've got this card coming up, which is a heads up card that there's changes coming and you need to have the heads up for that. If you are in a committed relationship and your partner is giving you lip service and you're sensing that they're giving you lip service because their body language is telling you something else, pay attention. Difficult influences. Let's look at difficult influences. Staying focused. Hold the course. Okay. What this is telling me, Pisces, is that if you are in a committed relationship and you want to continue in a committed relationship, it is going to require more work this year to hold the course, to stay focused and do the work that's necessary. Relationships are work, period. End of. Okay. Yes, the honeymoon phase is wonderful and you fall in love and everything seems easy and you get a few more months or years down the road. You need to put work into your relationship. That's what this card is telling me for the Pisces who are in committed relationships. For those of you who are dating, looking, currently seeking, what this is telling me is that if you're looking to manifest your perfect partner, you need to stay focused. And if you are sending mixed signals out there, then the universe doesn't know what to bring you, and your dating life is going to be, okay, well, he had some of what I wanted, but not all of what I wanted. And it's because you're waffling and you're going back and forth. Stay the course, hold the course, stay focused on what it is that you want to manifest in 2023 with regards to your partner. Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, we're turning this reading around a little bit for you, Pisces, with this card. And what this card is telling me is that you do have the magic within you to be able to manifest that which you want, to manifest that perfect relationship, to really, really make that relationship that you're already in perfect for you. Okay, unlock the magic within. That means that there is the opportunity in 2023 for magic inside of your relationships. But you hold the key to that, right? This is saying unlock it. It means that there is some work that you need to do in order to unlock that magic. Okay, let's move into this mess of cards. Oh my good. Oh, geez. What are the chances? We do have a couple of cards that are upside down. What are the chances of this happening? Okay. Unexpected insights in 2023 for those of you who, let's start, those of you who are in current relationships. Flowering. This is a fantastic card. It means that things are good, things are blooming, your relationship is blooming, growing, getting better. Totality. For those of you who are in relationships, this is a card that means that you are all in, but you have to stay all in. You have to stay committed in it. That means work. This is the 5 of Wands in the traditional tarot. It is the fire sign, which means that it requires work. You have to put something into it. Okay, you've seen this card before. This card came up in the exact same position, the stress card. Pisces, I have over 200 cards laid out here that I can choose from for your reading. And in the unexpected insights, you got the stress card twice in a row. That to me is indicating that not only in your general life, but in your love life, you need to simplify. You need to drop some of this that you've been juggling. You're trying to make things overly complicated. You need to make some changes, or stress is going to be the outcome. This includes for this card, for those of you who are in relationships, this is a card of simplification. Simplify your relationship. Okay. There are probably 3, maybe 4 cards in the entire tarot deck. A traditional tarot deck has 78 cards in it. There's the Devil card, the Death card, and the Tower card. Most people don't, oh, and the Hanged Man. Those 4 cards most people don't really want to see. Pisces. You got 2 of them in your love and relationships card. You've got the Tower card, which is the equivalent to the Thunderbolt in this particular tarot deck. And now you've got the Transformation card. This card represents the Death card in the traditional tarot. Now, part of the reason that I love the Osho Zen tarot is because it doesn't have really big, scary pictures on it. It doesn't have the word death on it. It has the word transformation. Okay. This one, yes, it's the Tower card, but it's referred to as the Thunderbolt. Okay. Pisces, for those of you who are in relationships, this is telling me you need to stay focused, hold the course. You need to unlock the magic in your relationships, because otherwise there's change coming, drastic change, transformation in your relationship. Now, this can be a good thing. This card for those of you who are in relationships, can actually be an amazing card, because you've also got the flowering card and you've also got the totality card. If you are all in on your relationship, if you're planting seeds to grow flowers in your relationship, you're making it work, you're doing the work necessary, that you can transform your relationship into something even more beautiful, even more fantastic, the kind of relationship that other people are jealous of. That's what those cards are telling me. This is actually a really good thing. And out of all of this, for those of you who are in committed relationships, comes an awareness. An awareness more of who you are, who your partner is, where you both stand in the world as a whole, and where you stand in your relationships, having more defined boundaries. That's what this card is about. Okay, so I'm going to stack these cards back up in the order in which they came out, and I'm going to go into the singles. Single Pisces, flowering is an indication that you can be successful in your dating this year, but flowering is about planting the seeds, manifesting, ensuring that the message that you're putting out there for what you want to manifest is really clear. Okay. Totality. This is an indication that if you are going to be going out on dates, you have to trust that the universe is bringing you that which you manifested. Now, that brings me to be careful what you wish for. If the only thing that you're concentrating on when you look into your meditation to manifest your perfect partner is the physical attributes that your partner's going to have, excuse me, then you are going to manifest somebody who potentially has the emotional aptitude of a 2-year-old. Okay. Be careful what you wish for, Pisces, when it comes to manifesting. But if you are going on dates and you're in the dating scene, you need to go all in. You can't go half-assed and go, well, you know, he's not really what I want, but I'm going to go on the date anyway. If you're doing that, this is what you're creating. Stress. Stress for yourself, stress for the other person. If you are in any way empathic and empathetic, same meaning, you're going to create stress on your dates, okay? If you're going to date, make sure you're going all in, okay? Transformation. This card is an indication that if you change yourself and you change what you're putting out there and you change what you are trying to manifest, then there can be that transformation, that beautiful transformation into exactly what you want to manifest. This card, Pisces, single Pisces, what it's telling me is that it's not just about planting seeds and trying to manifest your best partner. It's about doing some work on yourself as well. Okay. If you want to manifest somebody with the emotional aptitude of a 35-year-old and you yourself are acting like a 15-year-old, transformation, you need to transform yourself. Okay. If you are trying to manifest some kind of suave, debonair partner who dresses in, expensive clothing and eats out at fancy restaurants, and you show up wearing jeans and Crocs, come on. Okay. So Pisces, when you are looking at dating, when you're planting those seeds, when you are working on manifesting your perfect partner, look in the mirror as well. Transform yourself into the partner that you would like to be. And when you have that awareness in your life that you need to be the partner that you would like to date, you transform yourself into that. That's awareness. And that's when the magic really, really starts to happen in 2023 for you. That's when you unlock the magic. Okay. That goes for those of you who are in relationships as well. Those of you who are in relationships, transform yourself into the partner that you want. Okay. Let's look at your general overall outcome. Okay. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Wondrous universe, walk in beauty. These are your two outcome cards for 2023 for Pisces for love and relationships. Both beautiful cards, both indicating that whether you are in a relationship or not, you can improve your relationship or find that perfect relationship. Miracles are possible in 2023 for you, Pisces. But in order to do that, there is going to have to be change and transformation. Okay. Enough said. Let's look at money, job, work, career, however you want to word it. Different people like to word it different ways. Trying to get these cards in. This really was a nice reading for you. There is definitely going to be some work necessary on your part, both from your general reading as well as within your love reading. But both of those readings have had absolutely beautiful, beautiful outcomes. Okay. Let's move into job, work, career, and money. Where are you now, Pisces? I'm getting called over to the same deck. Where are the Pisces now with regards to money, job, work, career? Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but we did just have a card jump out for you. Let's move into looking at your focus. Focus for Pisces 2023, money, job, work, career. Oh, okay. Excuse me, your card is on the floor. Okay. Let's move into your difficult insights. Oh, I think my chair has just lowered itself. I feel short all of a sudden. Difficult influences. Where are we going for difficult influences for the Pisces? Money, job, work, career. Okay, I'm getting pulled in two different directions. I think I'm going to pull one card from here as well as a clarification card for this one. Difficult influences, money, job, work, career, 2023 for Pisces. Oh, and there we go. I did see one of these cards sitting on top of that particular card. So let's see. Again, we've got the lopsided card. What's making sense? And there we go. See how that card's all tinted up? Let's see. So, nope. Unexpected insights. Where are we going for our unexpected insights? Over here. That card definitely doesn't want to go back in, and it also tinted itself all the way up. And general overall outcome for money, job, work, career. Where are we going? Over here. And there we go. Okay, Pisces, where are you now? Really? Really? Pisces. Like I said, over 200 cards here that I can choose from, and you get the exact same card in the exact same position that you had in your love reading, sensuality. Excuse me. Like I said, this card is indicating that you are in a good place with regards to money, job, work, career right now. Things smell sweet. You're kind of liking it. The one thing that I will say that's coming up for me intuitively, sorry, big scratch in the ear because I'm wearing headphones too much these days. The one thing that I will say, like, this is not just about the cards. This is also about what comes into me intuitively. And what's coming into me intuitively for you, Pisces, is that although the you now is coming up as the jasmine and the sensuality, and it feels like you're in a really good place, the jasmine flower is not a long-lived flower. It only blooms for a short time, as do most flowers. And so it is a good feeling that you've got right now in the here and now. Let's have a look at your focus. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, what are the chances? In your love and relationships reading, in the you now, you had this card. In the your focus for your love and relationships, you had the eagle. Now in your money, job, and work and career, you have the eagle. Pisces, you can't make this S up. Sorry, I'm not going to actually say the word because YouTube doesn't like it when I do that. What are the chances that in two separate readings, you end up with the exact same card with the same meaning on it in the same place in your spread? See things from a higher perspective. Okay. Pisces, what this is telling me is that for job, work, career, as well as love and relationship, you really need to pay attention to what you're seeing and what's going on around you. You need to see things from this higher perspective. If you're not doing that and you're walking through life with some blinders on, thinking that everything is going to stay the same, and I am going to go there. You had the Tower card and the transformation card, the Death card in your love and relationship. Things are changing. If you're going through life with your blinders on, life is going to sweep you off your feet, both in the area of love and relationships, as well as money, job, and career. You need to really be paying attention to what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Eagles also have good hearing. Pay attention. And through this, I'm now getting a frog in my throat, which is another indication. Don't be just paying attention to what people are saying. Pay attention to how people are acting. Pay attention to body language. Wow. Pisces, this is just amazing. Okay. The eagle is a huge, powerful bird. That to me indicates that you too can have this success and power and be this revered person in work and career. But you got to see things from the higher perspective. You cannot be walking around like a horse with blinders on. Difficult influences for money, job, work, career. Are you kidding me? What was one of the first cards that came up in your general reading in difficult influences? You've got the abundance card in your difficult influences for the second time, Pisces. You can't make this S up. The other card that you've got is the grounding card. Go deep, explore your roots. Okay. What this card is telling me yet again, but specifically related to money, job, work, and career, is that there are going to be some difficult moments in 2023 for you with regards to money. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be a walk in the park. You're sitting pretty right now. You're sitting in a good place right now. But there are huge changes, huge upheaval coming in 2023, specifically related to money. And it is going to hit you the same way it's going to hit everyone else. Okay? You are not immune to this. I'm going to get into this. We are leaving your age. We are leaving the age of Pisces. We've been in the age of Pisces for quite a number of years. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, which means that abundance has been relatively good, relatively easy for you in the past. Pisces, you've been in a good place because we've been in your age, but we are moving out of your age. And that is most likely why the abundance card keeps coming up in your difficult influences, because we are moving out of your age. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is still an age of abundance. And in fact, the age of Aquarius is predicted to be an age of even bigger and better abundance, but not necessarily financial abundance. We're moving out of the age where money is the end all and be all. That's the age of Pisces. That's so yesterday. Sorry. We're moving into the age of sharing. That is abundance. But in the age of Pisces, unfortunately, that aspect of abundance was not predominant. It wasn't prominent. We are moving out of that. And so for you Pisces out there, I'm sorry, this is a really, really difficult reading for the Pisces. And I'm sure that there's some of you right now turning your cameras off going, screw her. Sorry. But the chances of you getting an eagle twice in two separate readings in the exact same position, that this is your focus for 2023, the chances of you getting the abundance card twice in two separate readings in the difficult influences area of 2023, you can't make this stuff up. It's real. Like I said, this does not mean that you cannot have abundance, but it does mean that your abundance is going to look different from the way that it did in the past. The grounding card in the difficult influences, again, indicates that in order for you to be successful going forward, you do have to get deeper into your meditative practice, get deeper into your roots, get deeper into your manifestation practice, and you are going to struggle with that. Hold the space. This makes sense. This card harkens all the way back to the very first card that I pulled for you in your general reading today, about an hour ago. And what was the last thing I said to you? When I pulled the You Are Here Now card, I said, this card is about you holding space for others. In money, this card is also a card of holding that space, understanding that things are changing and not having that full-blown freak out as the monetary systems change. Hold space, be the druid, understand that this is not a card of doom and gloom in the difficult influences area of your reading. It is a card of change. And the sooner that you allow that to roll out, the easier life is going to be for you. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward, is your unexpected insight. Again, ascending the mountain is an indication that there are going to be some challenges in 2023 for you Pisces, specifically related to work, job, career, and money. Okay? It is going to feel like you're having to climb a mountain in 2023. Is that all bad? No, it's not all bad. It just means that you need to put in a little bit more work than you've had to in the past. It means things are changing. Your overall outcome is the crystal quartz, the focus card, see things from a higher perspective. You've got to be focusing on things, grounding, going deep, focus on things. Okay. The general overall outcome is focus. The quartz crystal is absolutely beautiful, but in order to become the quartz crystal, it does require additional work. It does require the work of ascending the mountain. General overall outcome for Pisces, for money, job, work, career, is that there is work that you are going to have to put in this year. This year is going to seem like a little bit of a bumpy ride for you. It's not the cakewalk in the park that you want, but that's not to say that you cannot have a beautiful, shiny outcome. You absolutely can. But it's not going to be a cakewalk. That's all I can say. Sorry, it's not all sunshine, rainbow, and roses. Sometimes it's not. But as I always like to say, forewarned is forearmed. And if you are mentally and psychologically prepared, then it makes it that much easier for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Pisces.